"We do not look for an explanation of the meaning of life," said Joseph Campbell. "We look for experiences that make life meaningful." Great occasions are events to look forward to experience richly, and to remember vividly. We at the Tuscarawas Philharmonic are all about making musical occasions that are fun, engaging, thoughtful, and moving. Encounters with great art, great talent, and great personalities. Looking over the season to come, the Philharmonic celebrates the culture and history of Tuscarawas County. We perform Christmas classics with a legendary star of stage and screen. We participate in vibrant ethnic and religious holidays, celebrate the centenary of a great American musical treasure, and bring local talent on stage to strut the boards and fill the footlights in some memorable moments from Broadway. All great occasions indeed. The Tuscarora Park Summer Serenade Series is the opening of our season. It's also our chance to make music with cicadas. They may be little, but they're loud. It's a wonderful community event with the orchestra and the music front and center on a summer night under the elms. We play everything from familiar classics to movie music to pop tunes as the cicadas sing along. The village of Zor is a cultural gem in Tuscarawas County. Every time I drive through and see the garden and the beautiful old buildings, I feel glad. For this bicentennial celebration of the founding of Zor, I've selected music that is about the things Zor is about: faith, community, and the preservation of a heritage. We'll be joined by the Malone University Concert Choir for some stirring choral music, and Mendelssohn's Reformation Symphony with its grand finale on "A Mighty Fortress is Our God" is a celebration of Zor's founding faith and an observance of another centenary, the 500th anniversary of the birth of Martin Luther. Music and Kids is a recipe for magic and learning, and this year the Philharmonic will present the classic story of Peter and the Wolf, a fable as told by instruments, and, this time, with student actors from the Kent State theater classes. It's humor and imagination and music all rolled into a delightful afternoon event. And my philosophy is that, at any age, we're children when it comes to learning and having fun, so no one is excused from attending. 2 years ago, we were all thrilled to welcome the Broadway legend Frank D'Ambrosio as he sang some of the great music from the great musicals of the past, and especially roles from his own career, including Phantom of the Opera. In an exclusive premiere production, Frank will return to perform his musical memoir entitled Christmas in New York. Frank takes us on a tour of New York City at Christmas time with stories and music. Along with the Philharmonic, he'll be joined by our children's chorus and the adult chorus, singing holiday classics and experiencing the magic of Frank D'Ambrosio on stage. The uniquely Latin sound of the steel drum has gone viral and is now an international musical treasure. It's a fantastic instrument. It can make a soft, lulling hum and then jangle with jubilation. And this February, our own panharmonic steel drum trio will be featured in a program of hot, festive music for Carnival. The program will include the pulse-quickening Carnival Overture by Antonin Dvorak, a symphonic samba by the Brazilian composer Walter Burle Marx, and a tango for solo cello and orchestra. I get to dance on the podium. And more hot tunes with steel drums and orchestra joining for music that will make you feel that your toes are buried in hot sand. Maybe we can serve margaritas in the hall. Or on stage. Just in time for St. Patrick's Day, the wearing of the green, and celebration of all things Irish, the Philharmonic presents an Irish extravaganza. The McConnamara dancers from Akron join us for some spirited step dancing. Tenor Robert Frankenberry sings some spectacular Irish fantasies. You don't know these, but when you hear them, you'll wonder why. They are fantastic. And Danny Boy, of course. As a special feature, our old friend Richard Travers comes all the way from Boston to tell us some stories and jokes and lead us in songs from the old sod. The hills of Tuscarawas County become the green hills of Ire in this St. Patrick's Day celebration. This, to my mind, is one of the greatest pieces of music in the entire repertoire. It's the opening chorus of the St. Matthew Passion by Johann Sebastian Bach. Two choirs call to each other, summoning everyone to listen to the telling of the events of Holy Week. And Bach's music is all at once sobering, inspiring, thrilling, and reflective. On Palm Sunday, the Philharmonic and Philharmonic Chorus will present this music and other favorite choral pieces of the Baroque, including music from Handel's Messiah and the Gloria by Antonio Vivaldi, and will be performing in the extraordinary acoustic and architectural beauty of Sacred Heart Church in New Philadelphia. Not that we need an excuse to play the music of Leonard Bernstein and celebrate his multifaceted genius, but 2018 is the Bernstein centenary, so we're going all in. On this program, we'll present some of the well-known music from West Side Story and the dazzling Candide Overture, but we'll also present some of Bernstein's lesser-known music, such as the rocking Prelude, Fugue, and Riffs for solo clarinet and jazz band, and the suite from the score of the film classic On the Waterfront. Our principal clarinetist, James Perrone, will be featured soloist, and the orchestra will be joined on the program by the young musicians in the Philharmonic Honor Band. It's a music festival featuring the now classic American music of a now classic American legend, Leonard Bernstein. Think about it. How important is Broadway as a cultural institution that some shows can market themselves as off-Broadway? For over a century, the theaters located in the vicinity of Times Square have presented hundreds of musicals that have become classics, with melodies known to virtually everyone, even if they can't name the show the tunes are from. And there are scenes from the great Broadway musicals that capture moments of drama and comedy that are epic encapsulations of life. For our season finale, the Philharmonic and Friends will bring some great songs and scenes of Broadway to the Performing Arts Center stage. Tuscarawas County has some amazing local acting and singing talent, and they'll be joining the orchestra in a program of favorites. In fact, one conductor will step off the podium and take on the long-coveted role of Henry Higgins in a famous scene from My Fair Lady. It will be a Broadway bash and too much fun to miss. Great occasions are events to look forward to experience richly, and to remember vividly. We at the Tuscarawas Philharmonic are all about making musical occasions that are fun, engaging, thoughtful, and moving. Encounters with great art, great talent, and great personalities.